So like based on that, like what is kind of your take on that whole, cost of learning curve? Because a lot of the business owners, the mindset that they have is, you know what, like I'll suck it up. I'll sleep 2 hours, less and I'll try to figure it out. Like where does that you don't know what you don't know come in, and how does it play such a critical role in like really being able to scale your business?
Yeah. So, with my strategy, like there's a couple different parts. We do like the SEO, the Google ads, the Facebook ads, the website design. To answer this question, I'm just going to use Google ads as our example here. And with Google ads, I love that quote from, I think it's Thomas Edison, that said like, there's over 10,000 ways how like not to make a light bulb. I also learned there's like over 10,000 ways how not to do Google ads. Right. And like I said, shout out to my first boss, because he, I had to figure out the 10,000 how not to on his dollar before I found the one way how to make a light bulb that actually like not only got him a lot of clicks, but a lot of phone calls. Right. And that, like I said, that took a lot of money, took a lot of testing, because with marketing, it's done and it's working. It's like you have to like constantly be refining it. And like, do you refine it this way, that way? And so, like I said, after a lot of testing, we were able to finally find a secret sauce for each of those categories I just talked about, Google Ads being one of them.
That is awesome. So how long ago was that you kind of made that transition to, okay, I have 4 W-2s here, but then, oh, there's a need, like I'm going to start my own business. Like how long was that? How long ago was that?
Oh gosh, time flies here. I think we were working on the system for a couple years. I think the business officially was like LLC legal status in the beginning of year 2020, maybe late 2019. So
almost so about 5 years. Like you're in your fourth year now. Okay, awesome. What were some of the? I mean, I can't imagine the excitement when you started this, because like you've done it, it worked well, and you're kind of in this creative space. And I mean, and don't get me wrong, like website design, running ads, SEO, these are actually, I feel like they constitute as creative space type of work. So I can imagine like you were loving it, enjoying it, things are happening. But on the flip side, like, were there any type of hardship or challenges that you had to overcome? It's my understanding that there was a bit of a hardship on the personal front end. If it's okay for you to share that.
Yeah. So, man, as like the rest of the world, 2020 was a roller coaster of a year.
Mm-hmm.
Pandemic thing. The kind of like my timeline on my year of 2020 was, as hardest challenge and personal stuff is, like I said, January 2020 is when the LLC and the business officially got organized. February of 2020 is when I started dating who would become my wife down the road. Then March is kind of when the pandemic kind of started getting crazy. And then August, I ended up marrying my wife. And 3 weeks after we got married, is when I got diagnosed with cancer.
Right.
And, there's like a statistic or something out there that says like X percentage of businesses fail within their first 5 years. And here I am, like year 1, and now I have to like juggle the pandemic, which was affecting lead, marketing stuff. I have to juggle, learning how to be a husband, and then now I have to go to chemo, once a month and do radiation, and just juggling all this stuff it's kind of scary to me, because I was like, man, like if that percentage of people fail, like what's going to stop me if I have all this additional stuff? But at the end of the day, I think my business and helping others, like other businesses grow, like following my passion, is kind of what helped me get through it. I made a realization that I have 2 choices. I can either feel like garbage while going through chemo and feel bad for myself, or feel like garbage while going through chemo and, chase my dreams, right? Make this business grow. And And so I chose the second one, and that made, chasing my dreams made, gave me more to think about than just how scummy I felt that day. And so that was able to, help me through it and keep going. And so, yeah, that was probably one of my harder challenges when the business first got started.
Dude, that is insane. So you're telling me the year starts and you open your business. Okay, great. Like, we're going to do this. And then COVID happens. And you're like, oh, shoot, like local service businesses. Okay. There might not be any businesses open. And then somehow you get through that initial 2, 3, 4 months, you get married, which is, again, exciting. And then like not even a month after that, you get this terrible news.
Yeah.
I mean, could there be a bigger like up and down, up and down, up and I mean that I cannot. That is crazy. Like what? How do you describe that emotion? Like, what got you through it?
I don't know. Like, huge shout out to my wife. She's been a pretty big rock of mine, and my wife is now pregnant with our first, soon to have the baby next month. So I think, I've always wanted to, provide for our family and, kind of be my own boss and help others. And so I think, just like I said, just constantly chasing the dream of doing all those things is kind of, what helped me get through it. And just luckily, I've been able to work with some really great companies. And they've been putting in a lot of work to grow their own business. Plus my stuff on top of it has just, all that stuff just works in synergy that we were able to get through the pandemic. No problem.
Dude, that is crazy, man. And fast forward 4 years now, how you feeling? You good?
Yeah, we're good. I had I lost count along the way, but it was like 30 something total chemo treatments and 20 something total radiation treatments.
Wow.
And it was, we're that far, it's been crazy. And I have now, the number I'm now counting is how many clean scans in a row I've gotten. And I'm now 4 scans in a row now of 0 detection of cancer. And so it, huge win, huge blessing for us to have that.
That is awesome.